It is now Lima Time, a program designed to promote the transformation of the agricultural sector for improved income, food and nutrition security. Brought to you by the National Agricultural Information Services, NAIS. Stay abreast with the latest appropriate technologies and policies to increase your production and productivity in crop, nutrition, livestock and fisheries. Lima, moving the agriculture sector forward.
For some time now, climate change has continued to be a global concern that threatens food security at household level, especially in rural areas. Climate variability has also contributed to increased incidences of plant pests and diseases such as the fall armyworm and cassava brown streak (CBSD) and cassava mosaic disease (CMD) respectively. Warming nights and reduced frosts in particular have particularly accounted for 1/5 of the observed rise in pests and disease occurrences and will continue to do so if long-term measures to counter the effects of climate change are not sustainably put in place and implemented by various sectors. This calls for accurate identification and sustainable management of pests such as the fall armyworm and cassava and sweet potato diseases among small-scale farmers in Zambia, which is lacking and inadequate due to shortages in extension services. Therefore, the development of the PlantVillage app as an innovative solution that uses artificial intelligence (AI) powered by Google's open-source TensorFlow technology, which will be used to identify various symptoms such as CMD, CBSD, the feeding damage of cassava green mites, CGM, and fall armyworm infestations could not have come at a better time than now.
So as Zambia Agricultural Research Institute, we embarked on trying to find solutions to assisting farmers to be able to identify these insect pests and diseases on these major crops. And so we collaborated with the USAID Feed the Future Innovation Lab, which is being spearheaded by Pennsylvania State University in the United States of America, under the project Current and Emergent Threats to Crops Innovation Lab project. And now the Pennsylvania State University have developed an application which is called the PlantVillage application. Now this PlantVillage application is an artificial intelligence application that is able to identify these major pests: fall armyworms, cassava brown streak disease, cassava mosaic disease, cassava green mites, and other sweet potato diseases right there on the farm. Now, it's not just these major crops, but also many other crops is able to do that. But in the process, the application is being developed so that it can have efficiency and be able to ably assist the farmers. This PlantVillage Zambia project, it is entitled Upscaling of the PlantVillage application for the monitoring, detection, and mitigating the effects of climate change on diseases of pests and diseases of maize, cassava, and sweet potatoes.
The main objective is to upscale the use of the PlantVillage app as an artificial intelligence technology among smallholder farmers to diagnose and manage diseases in the 10 provinces of Zambia.
I will help you inspect your plant. Checking location. We will look at 6 leaves, 3 leaves on the top and 3 leaves on the bottom. Then I will give you a diagnosis. When you show me the leaf, please hold the phone so you can see the whole leaf and be sure the leaf is in focus. It may be easier to focus if you hold your hand behind the leaf.
In the first phase, with the funding that we have, we want to upscale this technology so that more farmers can be able to accept it. When they accept it, we see how they are going to be adopting it, how they will be utilizing it. The information that we'll be getting from those phones will be sent to a server. Will be sent to a server where we'll be able to view those pictures which the farmers send on that phone. And when they send it, we will be trying to find solutions that can be used to manage those crops. So in the long term, then we'll start working on the tangible solutions that are able to assist farmers. As you know, the changes in the climate also causes the changes in the way the insect pests and different types of diseases attack and damage different types of crops. So in a nutshell, these are the things that we are working on under this project.
The app will be used to assist in developing risk assessment tools, predicting the potential distribution and damage of the targeted pests and diseases due to climate change, and supporting farmers at small-scale level in pest and disease identification.
So the advantage with this application, the PlantVillage application, is that immediately the first and foremost important thing is that the user and the farmer should be having a smartphone. So this is a smartphone that this application should be installed on the phone. And when it gets installed on the phone, all that it requires is just a registration, and one needs to have an email address so that we know where they exist, and then they can be receiving information. So the advantage is that immediately it's installed, the first time you have your internet. So it's a two-way mechanism, interaction of information. The farmer goes on the crop, puts the phone on the disease part of the leaf of the plant, and then it identifies that disease or insect pest. Immediately it gives advice. It gives advice in real time on the solutions to be able to manage those identified pests or diseases on those crops. And the other advantage is that it is free of charge. So there's no charge attached to it. There's no charge attached to it, and it's able to give you free information. It has many resources, many information, a lot of information on it which farmers can be able to benefit from.
Recently, the Zambia Agriculture Research Institute, ZARI, embarked on training of a newly recruited PlantVillage team of about 10 selected field extension technicians who will be working hand in hand with the agriculture extension officers across the country. The project targets to reach about 20,000 farmers across the 10 provinces of Zambia.
This project is expected to support 20,000 farmers to diagnose, manage these diseases, the CMD, CBSD, CGM, and 4, using the GPS coordinates for mapping and collecting images.
Zambia, amongst the other countries, the world at large is facing the effects of climate change. And these effects are what are increasing the damages we're facing in the agriculture sector, in the sense that you find that most regions are affected with the risks of or the effects of climate change. Some areas are not receiving rainfall, and that is increasing the records that we're having of pests and diseases in these crops. So I believe we are on the right path because the AI technology is detecting these diseases and also suggesting the ways of managing and also improving the health of the crops. As a field technician, it's my responsibility to ensure that I help them step by step. So in as much as most farmers are not educated, that doesn't mean they don't have knowledge on the farming practices. So helping them with technology will not be a big problem because we have been trained to help them be able to implement. And during the surveillance that we'll be undertaking, we will do it with the farmers. We will show them how to use the AI to detect the diseases, and I believe they will learn. They will learn through the field farmers and also interaction with the follower farmers.
The newly recruited field technicians will work closely with the camp extension officers and collaborate with the lead farmers to effectively transfer agricultural technology to various farming communities.
So the app is user-friendly, and we are using youths who help us to scale up the uptake of this app, because youth, they understand the culture, they understand the infrastructure of different countries and their regions. So with that, they help us to train more lead farmers who have smartphones and who have knowledge on how to use the app. These lead farmers then help us to train more farmers, whom we call following farmers in the communities, on how to use the app, on how to have access to this solution. And then the following farmers can help us to reach out to more community members. The app can be used offline, and it can give you the instant diagnosis on the farm. And also we have made sure that they can get feedback at any time they want. So we are still developing more AIs for different crops. So far we have only developed a few for the crops that we call them major crops, but we've not limited our farmers on getting advice through this app. We have the other crop section where you can upload the image of deceased or the pest damage part of the plant, and then through our expertise that we have, plant pathologists, agronomists, entomologists, they can give advice to these farmers. And also it's an open app, where it's a public app where anyone with any solution can provide solution to these farmers anywhere where they are located in the world.
The project is targeting maize, cassava, and sweet potato.
Yeah, so our target is that we want, in the few months, 6 months or so, to reach out to 20,000 farmers. We're hoping that 20,000 farmers will be utilizing this technology. That's our target. And how we're going to do it? In the first place, we are trying to utilize the university graduates that currently could be looking for employment to go out into the field and train the farmers, assist the farmers to adopt this technology. They go out into the field and survey for any other pests and diseases that could be there in the field. And then this app will be able to collect this data, and this data is sent, and we use this information to find any future problems. So these fresh graduates that we'll be sending out in the field, we will be working with the extension officers on the ground. In the future, in the coming phase, we are hoping that we will be able to secure resources and be able to expand the outreach.
In this regard, the PlantVillage application will help strengthen the agriculture extension system that is under-resourced in Africa and Zambia in particular.
The mission of PlantVillage is to empower smallholder farmers to have access to information, the actionable farming system and solutions. So in Africa, you'll find that our extension system is under-resourced. So we thought like we need to come up with a system or a solution that will work, will help farmers to have access to information. And we know we cannot increase the number of extension officers because you need a lot of resources to make sure that we have extension officers in different regions of different countries, in different African countries, also globally. So we thought that because we have the existing resources like smartphones, we should integrate artificial intelligence, have an app that is called PlantVillage app in these phones, so that farmers, extension officers, and researchers can have one platform that we call Village, where it acts like where all solution can be projected, and farmers can benefit from that app by getting diagnosis of pests and diseases, crop monitoring, and also having actionable solution. So that's why we said we need to integrate all these to make sure that our farmers, researchers and extension officers, the extension system, research and sustainable farming practices are strengthened to make sure that we have enough food for the growing population.
The PlantVillage app aims to empower farmers to achieve high yields despite challenges posed by climate change.
As an organization working at the intersection of technology and agriculture, PlantVillage sees that artificial intelligence is the future of agriculture, and you see it as an important tool in the farming practices globally. So AI will continue to provide precision farming practices, predict crop yield, resource utilization, and also provide sustainable farming practices solutions. And this will thereby increase the crop yield and will be able to feed the growing population across the globe. Yes.
This underscores the need for farmers to readily embrace the PlantVillage app as a digital platform that enables them to receive feedback in real time in order to make decisions regarding their fellow farmers and those of their peers.
So the PlantVillage application is an artificial intelligence tool that is can detect and diagnose the pests and diseases at an instant or at a faster scale of time. So using it, farmers will be able to be provided with innovative solutions as well as new technologies how to apply artificial intelligence in their farming, as well as give them assistance in decision making on the integrated pest management, as well as the sustainable agricultural practices that may help them with crop yield, as well as mitigate the effects of pests and diseases for their farms.
In terms of accuracy, the PlantVillage app technology has been tested by experts from the International Institute for Tropical Agriculture in its ability to identify pests and diseases.
Suffice to say that this technology has been tested against International Institute for Tropical Agriculture experts in its ability to identify these pests and diseases. And it was found that it was equal in strength in terms of identifying these different pests and diseases. It was further tested against the extension officers. It was found that it was identifying these pests and diseases twice more than what the extension officers could be able to identify. So this shows the versatility, how versatile and strong this technology is in assisting the farmers.
Owing to climate change, factors such as pest infestations and diseases are adversely affecting crop production, resulting in reduced yields. Hence, food security is threatened.
This app, I think it has come. It wouldn't have come at a better time than this, when the population of Ncherenge district is growing, and it needs good yields. It needs crop production so that the yields can facilitate enough production to cover for food security for all the population, and also to contribute to the national food basket. But you may be aware that as we are targeting that increased yields, there are also some pests and diseases that are affecting our plants, in the sense that they are attacking the plants, and in the long run they are contributing to reduction in the yield. Hence, the food security is being threatened. So because of that, it means that we need to come up with innovative technologies of detecting such pests and diseases that are detrimental to the yield of our crops. And in this case, we have this PlantVillage application that uses several artificial intelligence mechanisms to detect plant diseases and plant pests. And for me, I think it's a game changer, and I would rather call it a next age extension service technology.
Malawi, we use the lead farmer approach, and I find that very useful. We are giving our lead farmers this digital tool, the PlantVillage application that they used in their field, and they also use it in their neighbor's field. So doing that, we are able to reach more farmers. I also like that the advice we give the farmers is tailored to ecological zones. I also like the fact that the application is in Chichewa, so when we received it, we translated it in Chichewa for our farmers, so farmers are able to use it on their own. And it's a very simple mobile application, the PlantVillage application, because the farmers are able to use it on their own just like that. And now we have farmers who call us, please come to us, install us, teach us how to do it. We'll be able to do it on our own. And we just call and they interact, they learn from each other, we learn from them. It has been an exciting experience being part of PlantVillage Malawi. And I hope the same will happen with PlantVillage Zambia. The farmers will receive this new technology. Pest and disease are one of the devastating factors causing low productivity among our smallholder farmers.
Agriculture experts also gave tips on the management of pests and diseases such as the cassava brown streak, cassava mosaic disease, and sweet potato diseases, as well as the use of integrated pest management techniques.
In the management of farming, there is what we call surveillance. Even if Region 3 tends to have low infestation, we should continue monitoring because of the climate change. The rains that we used to experience in the past, they're also reducing. Some parts of Region 3 where there was a high rainfall, the rainfall was reduced. And the pest will take advantage of that and also become a very serious pest in that region. So it cannot be ruled out completely. It will be wrong, it will be a mistake. So we should continue monitoring because of the climate change. The pests are coming, in fact these are invasive species. They are coming and invade in areas where it is conducive. So it doesn't mean that because we have that old record, that Region 3 has got high rainfall. Therefore, the infestation. Yes, we have been monitoring for the past 4 or 5 years. If the rainfall pattern continues to reduce, it means the fall armyworm also will continue coming up. Cassava brown streak. We have also cassava, other diseases. These are actually spread by white flies. The white flies are the vectors that are causing these diseases on sweet potatoes. So the best way is to manage the vectors. To manage the vectors that are responsible for spreading these diseases. So with this PlantVillage, I think we will put synergies and see how the population of white flies could be reduced. So that, you see, if it's a disease, you don't manage the mosquitoes. We're just managing the malaria in the human being. The problem will not be solved. But we need to work together. The entomologists for Zali, the entomologists from other institutions that can assist us, we work together so that we can reduce the population of the vectors.
An appeal has since been made to the project's facilitators to consider extending the PlantVillage app to the camp extension officers in the Ministry of Agriculture.
I'd like to request that this intervention is expanded. Let it be given also to our camp officers because the people who are being trained here are just a field technicians, the interns. Okay, but our field officers may be lagging behind in this technology. You may find that farmers will start teaching camp officers instead of the other way around. So our request to the facilitators of this project is that let it be extended to our camp officers. Let our camp officers have the tool and let them train our farmers on how to utilize it. And you find that in such a way, the information will be flowing very quickly and easily because the farmers, the camp officers, they know where the farmers are and utilize this tool to help our farmers have increased yields in their crops.
In the long term, The PlantVillage project endeavors to enhance household and national food security, increase household incomes, and improve livelihoods through the management of pests and disease threats for maize, cassava, and sweet potato crops in climate-changing situations.